Hi, welcome back to the channel. I want to follow up on castable sonars. Hey, we want to fish like the pros, right? We want to go out there. They have forward-facing sonars. What do we have? Yeah, we don't have anything, right? No, we do. We got castable sonars. All right, and there's two major brands. There's the Deeper, and then there's Garmin. And I'm just going to go through which one's better and which one would I recommend. So I've used both of them. Both are the same thing. You go into the app store, you download their app, and you connect it to your Bluetooth. And now you toss it in the water. You got the app open, it connects it, and then you can start casting, and you're good to go. So ultimately, all you want to do is, I'm not going to go more in depth, all you want to do is the first time you hit a pond, you want to use these, and you just want to get the depth of the pond, any structure in the pond, and you're just looking for fish too. And again, remember, sonar is based on any type of sonar, forward-facing sonar, or anything. The way you pick up a bass or a fish, it's not just bass, any type of fish, is the air in the diaphragm. It's going down there and it's picking up the air in the diaphragm. So like on small arches, typically smaller amount of air in the diaphragm means bait fish. The bigger arches both have the same thing where you can switch into the picture, a little picture or a little diagram of a fish. You got small, medium, and large. Again, the large is, it has a bigger diaphragm, or the air in the diaphragm is more, and you're gonna get that bigger arch or that bigger picture. Now, do you know if it's a catfish or a bass or something else? No, but you know it's a bigger fish and you could target it. So again, I'm using it, I'm hammering it out the first time, and I'm figuring out structures and depths and all that type of stuff. And the next time I go, I'm just gonna cast these things out there, find out where they're at, again, depths in the water that they're at, and I'm gonna go target them. I'm gonna target those depths, and I'm gonna slam some bass, or I'm gonna get it done, because I know where they're at. When I know where they're at, I could probably try to make them fire up and get some bass. Now, the only thing that these things don't do, they won't pick up a lure. It's not like forward-facing sonar, and you see it on TV, and they'll cast out there, and you see the lure coming across, right? You can see the lure on their screen. This isn't. Again, it's only picking up the air in the diaphragm. So you could keep that in the water and bring your lure. You'll never see it. Again, only air in the diaphragm. So which one's better? Well, I'll start off with this. The Deeper Pro which is even more money, and the Garmin Castable is about, I think it's less than $100. So I was going to generalize, $300. You go Chirp is even more. The Garmin Castable is less than $100. The Garmin is a heck of a lot heavier. It means a lot heavier. That means when you're casting it, I broke this thing off twice, and it's $300. I mean, you break this thing off. My line broke, and I lose it, I'm out $300. There's no getting it back. That's the problem I don't like about the Deeper. It's a lot heavier. It's a lot heavier. The Garmin, I never broke off. The connectivity is both the same. I never noticed the difference between the connectivity between the Deeper and the Garmin. Both have good connectivity. Again, you're connecting it, you're downloading the app, and you're connecting it through Bluetooth, and you're casting out. This has a longer or wider range from your shore, but again, I've never maxed out, and I've chucked these things out there pretty dang far. And so Deeper has a lot longer or a lot further range than the Garmin. By all means, so that's the first thing. Second thing is the picking up structure, picking up fish is, I think all sonars are, I think they're pretty much all the same. It's just picking up air in the diaphragm. It's nothing new. As technology's been out there for years. So one versus the other as far as picking up fish, no. Picking up the detail of the pond, the Deeper Pro is better. It'll definitely pick up more of the underneath the water than the Garmin. By how much? I would say significantly. Does it make a difference? I don't really think it makes a difference. That's my opinion. So picking up fish, they're both picking up. This will do a lot better of picking up all the details in a pond. All right, the next thing is what can you use with it? A kayak, both kayaks, both ice fishing, both normal fishing, pretty much any type of fishing. Kayak, you can just put it off to the side, and you could go through. Ice fishing, just drop it there, and you can see what's going on. So they both do the same thing, and really, ultimately, for the most part, they're both pretty much exactly the same. The Deeper Pro, especially if you get into the Chirp version of the Deeper Pro, again, they get into more detail than the Garmin. Garmin's a little bit, obviously the price, But you could fish the heck out of this thing, and again, you're gonna pick up fish, and you're gonna be able to target bass. You're gonna be able to find schools of bait fish, and again, find schools of bait fish. You'll find the bass. You're gonna be able to find the structure. The Garmin, I mean, that's the Garmin. The Deeper is just the next level. Like you're taking it to the next level. If you're an avid sonar guy, from the person from the bank, then you definitely spend the money. The only issue I have is the weight on these things. Again, I was lucky enough to, 2 times I broke this thing off. I was lucky enough that I got it back. Very lucky that they actually kind of came back and I found them. What I really like to do with these things, and I think this is, they're both the same exact thing. I like to cast these things out, and I like to find a school of bass or a bass. I like to know where they're at, suspended. Again, where they're at in the water column. I like to reel that thing in, put my rod down, grab whatever I'm fishing, and I like to target those fish, and I like to find it, and like boom. Right, and I know what depth they're at, I know where they're at, I know if I could bring that lure and I'm not getting hits, I gotta do a different approach. That's really what I like about these things. And again, the Deeper versus the Garmin, if you really love this stuff, and you really honed in onto it, the Deeper, and you have the money, Deeper is definitely the way to go. I mean, Deeper is by far the way to go. Garmin will give you the same results and the same stuff. It's a heck of a lot lighter. I've never broken this off. If it was me and I had to choose which one I would fish, I bought this first, I bought this second. So I do have experience with both of them, and that's the reason why. I didn't fish the Garmin and say, oh my gosh, I need something better. Let me go find something better, so I went to the Deeper. It wasn't the case. I had the Deeper first. Again, I spent the $300 on it, and then I came back to the Garmin, and I just wanted to try it. It's like, hey, I think I found it for it was a Christmas deal or something like that. For like $89. I'm like, I'm gonna try it and test it out and see what happens. And again, if I had to do it all over again, I would have just bought the Garmin, and that's what I want. This thing is way too heavy. I've seen guys on videos on Ocean, and they're whipping that thing, and they're just casting that thing. I'm like, you guys are crazy, man. It's $300, man. I don't want to lose something that's $300 and it's gone forever. So again, all both the same. You get an app, it's Bluetooth, you download it, you're good to go, and you're good to go. So those are the differences between the two. I'm trying to think of any other major differences. Just the weight, but you're both going to get the air in the diaphragm. They both have arches if you want to see the typical arch, right? Or bigger arches. They both have those views. They both have the views that you can switch it off and go straight over to where it shows a fish, and it shows a picture of a small fish, a medium fish, or a large fish. My suggestion is, if you want a sonar and you want to fish like the pros, and you want to find out where the fish are, go buy yourself a Garmin Castable Sonar. It'll save you some money. If you really like it and you really get into it, and that's something that you're avid into, and you really want to get more in depth, and you really want to see the finite structures of the pond, buy the Garmin. Next year, 2 years from now, go into the Deeper. If you have the money, go into the Deeper. Again, my only issue with the Deeper is too dang heavy, and that's pretty much it. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope this helps. Go out and buy one. It'll help you become more successful. Again, cast it out there, find the bass, grab some lures, go out and crush them. It definitely will help you. It'll definitely start to make you fishing like a pro. And hey, you know what? We all need a sonar, right? It helps, it finds the fish, and we're just getting it done, son. So don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Catch you later.